How's it going, everyone? This is Anime Man. Welcome back to another episode of the Monthly Otaku Collection, the show that I do at the end of every single month, or yeah, around the end of every single month, where it's a monthly roundup of the things I want to talk about that I couldn't include in a video, including updates of the channel, manga that I've read, anime that I've watched, merch that I've collected, and of course a monthly giveaway that I do at the end of every single month. I fucked up that sentence, but without further ado, let's fucking go! So for those of you who don't know, con season, convention season, anime convention season is almost coming up. Around June or July, August is usually around the time when there are a lot of anime conventions that are happening. In fact, by the time this video goes up, the convention season is pretty much started. And for those of you asking, Joey, are you gonna attend so-and-so convention? Are you gonna attend so-and-so convention? So many people on Twitter have asked me, so I'm here to announce mainly two conventions that I will be attending this con season. The first one, which I'm sure a lot of you are aware of, is Anime Expo in Los Angeles. It is the 4th year in a row that I will be going. I'm going to be doing a bunch of panels, a bunch of signings, a bunch of cool shit at the convention that you guys are free to attend to. I'm not going to say what my schedule is right now because I'm still trying to prepare for it and still trying to organize everything, but if you're interested, then I will put up, eventually, once everything's figured out, I will put up a full Anime Expo 2019 schedule for me on my Twitter. And the second convention that I'll be going to is actually happening right after Anime Expo and is happening down under. That's right, your boy is coming back to his home country, Scrya. Ockers, where you at? Not only will this be my first convention in Australia, but it will be in Sydney, my hometown. I will be attending Smash 2019. The last time I went to Smash was in 2013 when I had like 2,000 or 3,000 subs, and so it was just like a fun, you know, casual. I was just an attendee really, but this time I'm coming back 6 years later, which is crazy to think about. 6 years later, I'm finally going to be a guest there, or not an official guest at Smash, but I will be there doing a bunch of panels and signings and whatnot. So yeah, for those of you living in Australia, especially the Sydney area, come over to Smash and I will be there. Your boy's going to be there. I'm super excited for Smash actually, because again, I haven't been in 6 years, and it's just, you know, finally cool to be able to hang out with you guys at a convention in Australia. I feel a lot of the Australian fans I haven't really been able to interact with, probably just because there are barely any cons in that goddamn country, let alone they don't really invite me, or I don't have time to go to them. But information about both of those cons, if you have no idea what about them, I've left the websites to both those cons in the description below, so definitely check it out and come over and say hi to your boy if you're in the area. Alright, that's about it for channel updates. Let's move on to the otaku shit. First and foremost, as with every monthly otaku collection, it's the manga. Now, again, I've picked up a lot of different manga series. As you can see, my bookshelf is filled to the fucking brim at the moment, and there's another bookshelf over here that's also filled to the fucking brim. But in terms of like new series that I picked up on, I haven't really started a lot of new series, or I have, but I haven't read enough of them to give you guys like a proper bite-sized review of it. So for this month, I will mostly pick up on 2 different series, and I think these are both series that I can say that not a lot of people have probably read or even heard about. And this first one is a collection of short stories, and it is definitely a weird collection of short stories, and it is this one right here. And I guarantee you guys that out of every single manga series that I have ever read, this shit has the longest title that I have ever seen. The title of it is 死にたくなるしょうもない日々が死にたくなるぐらいしょうもなくて死ぬほど死にたくない日々. Say that 3 times. So this is really an omnibus of different short stories that are aimed towards teens, as it actually says here on the back, that it is aimed towards teen girls. It's stories that like teen girls can be like, girl, I relate. And essentially is like this collection of short stories that are kind of a little bit of a parody or a making fun of teenage girls, and in the sense of like, you know, the things that they go through, where like, at least in Japan, it's this whole idea of like, you know, female teenage girls are, you know, like caught up in this lifestyle that they just can't relate to, this emo lifestyle that they just can't relate to, and every small little thing just makes them want to, you know, end it all. And it's a terrible theming of this book that it's making fun of. And so you can guarantee that the contents of this particular manga are a bit controversial, a bit spicy, if you will. But yeah, it's essentially a parody of that. It is a dark comedy, a dark parody of basic slice of life stuff that revolves around teenage girls. Now, me being not a teenager nor a girl, there were a few things in this manga that I personally couldn't really even relate to. Like, even thinking back to my teenage times, there was a few things in here that I was like, I can't really relate to that. Maybe because it's, you know, specifically stuff to do with girls, right? And me not being a girl, it was a little bit hard for me to, you know, laugh and even chuckle about it or anything, but I could definitely see how it was making fun or kind of making a parody on real life situations that could happen to real teenage girls in Japan. The art style as well is super interesting. As you can tell from the girl on this cover, it is very simplistic and it is very crudely drawn, I would feel. And both of the manga that I'll be introducing, the other one that I'll be introducing as well, also has a lot of very crude drawings in it, but it kind of has a little bit of a charm to it. Like, the fact that it is such a crude drawing, crude, humorous, comedic drawing that essentially parodies some very dark and serious topics that exist in IRL Japan creates a kind of a nice contrast, I feel, a very interesting contrast. And I dig manga that can manage to do that without it feeling and seeming a little bit too weird. So yeah, although I had a little bit of a difficult time to, you know, hashtag relate to every single thing that happened within this manga, it definitely is an interesting read, but I would say that if you are a teenage girl, or if you are easily offended with shit, then this might not be the manga for you. This might be a manga that could get you to spill the tea a little bit, as the young ones say. But either way, it was an interesting read. I don't know if there's another volume of this. I mean, it says volume 1, so I'm assuming there's a second volume to it. I just haven't found it. Maybe it hasn't come out yet, but I am kind of interested to pick up on the second volume if and when it does come out. And the second manga is an isekai. Yeah, it's that topic that you probably all are just fucking sick of when it comes to the anime world, just because it's so overdone. But this particular isekai manga is not unlike your normal isekai manga, where a lot of it has to do with adventure and action and, you know, trusting in friends and all that bullshit that comes with isekai manga. No, this is an isekai manga that is seemingly kind of taking the piss out of the whole isekai concept, and is essentially taking the whole isekai concept in a lot more of an inappropriate sense. And it is this manga right here, Ishizoku Reviewers. Now, as you can tell from the very, lewd cover, this is a isekai manga that follows the protagonist of the isekai, the adventurer, if you will, and his friends doing a certain job that they do, and that is to go to different brothels, review different brothels that have different species of monsters and humanoids and stuff like that that you find in isekais. Essentially, it is a comedy ecchi slice of life about fucking monsters. That's the easiest way I can put it. Although this manga is about, you know, fucking brothels and fucking, essentially. Fucking. It definitely is more centered towards the whole comedy side of things. In fact, there are very, very few times that you'll actually see anything lewd. Like, I think really there's only like one chapter at the end of this particular volume that actually does show anything explicit. Other than that, it's all really suggestive explicitity, and I can definitely get the whole comedy side of things. Like, it's clearly taking the piss out of the entire isekai genre, and clearly the creator of this manga is aware of the fact that there are so many of these isekai stories that, you know, cover all of these very minute details about the world that these characters live in, but fail to recognize the very real possibility that there might be some dirty fucking happening in the back streets. But I must say, even though the art style of this is a lot more cruder and ruder than the last one, or even any isekai manga or isekai-based story that I have seen in manga and anime, this is definitely a lot more entertaining. This is quite funny and entertaining a lot of the times. Like, just the fact that these characters are just so rude and crude out in the open is just kind of a nice, refreshing take, especially when it comes from things like isekai that are just so fucking overhyped and overdone. So I would say this is an isekai manga that I would recommend to people who are kind of sick of the isekais. They want something new out of the isekais. They want something that's just a little bit off the shoulder, a little off the chip, just, you know, a little dirty, a little inappropriate, a little sexual, a little gruesome, if you will, at times. And I just want to have a fucking laugh at someone taking the piss out of the isekai genre. This is the perfect one for you. I wouldn't so much read this as an ecchi manga, because again, it focuses much more on the comedy aspect of things rather than the ecchi aspect of things. But either way, the girls are drawn pretty cute on here, and, you know, me personally, I would go to an isekai if I could do this. So yeah, if you are sick of your isekais or you like your ecchi comedy stuff, Ishizoku Reviazu, check it out. Now let's move on to the anime merch. Now there were a few things that I got my hands on this month, as I went to all sorts of different places this month, that were really fucking cool. And so I just wanted to show you guys some of the cool goodies that I got. The first batch of goodies that I'll be showing you guys, I didn't actually buy on my own, but I actually received from the lovely folks over at isekai. They're a company or a website where you can purchase all sorts of different anime merch and goods. And I went to their warehouse the other day because I'm quite close with the people who work there, and they gave me a bunch of cool shit, so I definitely want to show it off to you guys. And everything I'm about to show you guys as well, you can get from their website, which I will leave in the description below, so definitely go check it out. But yeah, let me show you some of the cool shit that I got from these guys. I love me my Persona. As you can see, I fucking love my Persona 5. I talk about it all the time on my streams and whatnot. By the way, twitch.tv/TheAnimeMan. Go follow me on there if you haven't. And I'm trying to collect a bunch of Persona shit, and mostly Persona and Kirby stuff, which are also the two things that I mostly got from isekai. And this Persona thing, I had never seen before. I never knew they sold these, but I saw it and I was like, I need this. And it is a Morgana softbee. Now, softbees are this whole subgenre of figurines that exist in the whole figurine world. A lot of them, though, are based off of things like kaijus or like Ultraman villains and stuff like that. But every now and then, some people will create softbees based on pre-existing IPs. And I didn't realize that apparently they have a Morgana softbee from Persona 5. And Morgana's like one of my favorite characters from Persona 5 because it's just fucking adorable. So yeah, I got it, and it is like a fully fledged Morgana like figurine, like decent sized figure. You know what, let's take it out of the box. Dude, like look at this thing. He's so fucking cute, and he's a decent size too. Like even next to my head, I have a fat head, so you can see like this is a pretty decent sized figurine as well. And because it is a softbee, it doesn't have a like stand or platform like most figurines do. You can actually just stand it up on its own as it supports itself with the tail. And because it's hollow, it's actually very light. Like you can throw this around. It is very, very light because the inside of it is hollow. But just the quality of this is like really good. I mean, like it's not like the most like exciting or like, you know, flamboyant type of Persona figurine or even Morgana figurine, but I mean it's fucking adorable. It's a Morgana figurine. So yeah, I'm really glad I got my hands on this because this is fucking adorable. And speaking of softbees, I also got Kirby softbee as well. These are actually handmade as well. It even says on the package here that these are handmade. I mean, I also love Kirby as well. Kirby's like fucking so adorable. Like you can't look at Kirby or play a Kirby game and be upset. That's just my philosophy. Like if you're ever feeling down, just look at Kirby or play a Kirby game and you will instantly feel better. So I love collecting Kirby stuff because he's so fucking adorable. And there are actually a bunch of colors as well that exist, like different colors. Obviously this guy's fallen over, but there's like a bluish green hued Kirby softbee, and then there's like a galactic Kirby softbee. And as you can see, like from the weird marking at the back there, like you can tell this thing is handmade. So it's a little more on the expensive side, I feel. I don't know the exact price of these, but these were really freaking cool. And definitely, like if you line them all up with the different colors, it will look absolutely sick. So yeah, I got my hands on some handmade Kirby softbees. I definitely, if I like find any more of these, I definitely want to try and collect all of them because it's just so freaking cool to line them all up. I also got some Kirby Tupperware because why the hell not? Like you can't go wrong with Tupperware, honestly. They're these glass Tupperware with these designs on them, and this one as well is really freaking cute. It's got like the 8-bit Kirby world that wraps around it, and it's like a decent size too. Like it's not bad. It has a plastic thing. You know, put whatever the hell you want in it. It's cute to just like kind of have right there. So I got 3 different designs of these as well. So I'm gonna use it for something, I don't know, coins maybe. We'll figure it out. And I got a collection of cute little Kirby figurines that I'm just gonna place around the house for guests to find because yay Kirby. So yeah, that was all the stuff I got from the folks at isekai. Again, big shout out to those guys. Links to their website in the description below if you want to get your hands on some cool shit. Again, all the stuff that I showed you guys, you can get on their website. Of course, you know, different availabilities. Some might be sold out, some might not be. So again, go check it out for yourself. They have a whole other bunch of selections of stuff, including Final Fantasy, Boku no Hero Academia, Kingdom Hearts, you name it. A ton of different different cool franchises and cool goods and stuff like that for pretty affordable prices in my opinion. So again, go down to the link in the description below and definitely check them out. And the last piece of anime merch is something that I have been waiting to come in the mail for over a month. I don't remember if I mentioned it in the last monthly Otaku collection, but back in April last month, me and Aki went to the Junji Ito exhibition. Now, Junji Ito, for those of you who don't know, is the grandfather of horror manga, he's called. And he is one of my favorite horror manga artists. His artwork is absolutely fucking fantastic. I'm sure you've heard of at least one series or seen at least one piece of nightmare fuel by this man. And they were selling a bunch of stuff at the exhibition because it was for a super limited time. I think the exhibition was only open for like 4 or 5 days or something like less than a week essentially. So we were really lucky to catch it. And they were selling these really, like, you know, affordable, cool little knickknacks and stuff like that, but also some more higher end exclusive shit. And because I just absolutely love Junji Ito, I got one of the higher end exclusive shit, and it just came in the mail like 2 days ago, and I opened it and oh man, holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on this shit. Look at this. This is an ultra exclusive portrait from the man himself, Junji Ito. How exclusive are we talking? Well, if you see right down here, I don't know if you guys can make it out. I'll zoom in if you don't, but it says 7 out of 100 and then the signature of the man himself. This is 1 in 100 Junji Ito paintings that exist, and your boy was lucky enough to be the lucky number 7. I was pretty quick to getting this painting as well. Like, I was one of the first people to get it too. So I was hoping that I would get at least, like, you know, within the 1-digit mark, because there's like a whole like other level of exclusivity for people who get within the 1 digit for something exclusive. And I just happened to get lucky number 7. Now, for those of you who are wondering, Joey, how much did you fucking pay for this thing? I paid about $450. Yeah. Sue me. But I mean, look at this thing. This is a piece of art. Honestly, like, I could hang this up in my parents' house and I wouldn't be ashamed to show, like, my grandmother how fucking cool this thing is. Like, this is beyond manga, in my opinion. This is legitimately a piece of work. So I'm super fucking happy I got this. I have it hung up over there in my room for the entire world to see. And by entire world, I mean all my friends who will probably get jealous of me having this. So, holy shit. They're amazing. I love it. I am going to put you back on the wall before I accidentally break it. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we of course are going to end this monthly Otaku collection off with the monthly giveaway, as always provided by the lovely folks over at Tokyo Otaku Mode. Now, this month's figurine, my boys, I was super fucking excited. Because as y'all know, and as y'all can see from back here, I love me my Monogatari series. Nishio Shin is one of my favorite authors of all time, and the Monogatari series is just so fucking amazing, and especially their figurines are so fucking amazing. So I was super, super happy to be able to finally get a super cool figurine of my waifu, Shinobu. And some of you more attentive people might have already realized which one it is, because it's been sitting on that shelf this entire video. And it is this one right here, the Kiss Shot Asadoro Heart Under Blade 12-year-old version from the Kizumonogatari movies. Look at how beautiful this is. Now, as you guys know, Shinobu comes in all sorts of different forms, especially in the Monogatari series. I think there are like 7 or 8 different forms of her. There is the long-haired version that she turns into in the second Kizumonogatari movie. Now, I don't have this 12-year-old version yet. I have a whole other bunch of different Shinobu styles and everything, but I don't have any from the 12-year-old version. I think that the best part about this figurine is the fact that everything is movable. Like, not anything is connected to the base and everything. You can, in fact, you can move this entire desk and Shinobu off of this table as well, so you can actually kind of customize it to your likeness. And one of you lovely motherfuckers watching this video again can get your hands on this beautiful figurine with the box signed by your boy. All you have to do is follow 3 simple steps. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that first link in the description below to go into the free raffle. The reason I'm able to do these monthly giveaways every single month is because of your guys' support, so I super fucking appreciate it, and thank you once again for tuning in to the very end of this monthly otaku collection. Again, all the links to the series of the manga I mentioned, all the websites I mentioned, and all the announcements and whatnot are all in the description below, so definitely read it and check it out if you're interested. And if you'd like to keep supporting the show in a more physical sense, then the best place to do it is over on my Patreon, patreon.com/theanimeman. You can get access to podcasts, secret videos, scripts for the channel, and if you pledge enough, you can get your name in the description of every video of mine, or get it shouted out at the end of every single month. All that and a lot more is, again, over on my Patreon, so go check it out if you want to support your boy. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, favorite if you enjoy, subscribe from Radio Banda, keep watching anime. Johnny!